My religious mother-in-law told my daughter that Santa isn't real, so I told her that God isn't real. My mother-in-law doesn't like me at all. She's one of those typical moms who doesn't want her son to be stolen away by another woman, so my mere existence is enough for her to resent me. It doesn't help that I don't practice her religion, and we don't plan on baptizing our children. This is a mutual decision between my husband and me. For a little extra context, she regularly sends me Bible verses and quotes about being subservient to your husband to get under my skin. After telling her very nicely and calmly to stop once, she had a full-blown meltdown about how I won't let her save me, so I just ignore her messages now. My daughter, 4F, loves Christmas. She loves decorating the house and helping bake cookies, and she gets to pick out the tree this year. She's so excited. It's literally adorable. She's been talking about it since July. She is also a firm believer in Santa, and she already has a mile-long list of things she wants him to get her. Side note, she isn't spoiled at all. Some of the things on her list are random items she sees at the grocery store or things on our shelves. Our dog, whom we've had for 6 years, is on her list. She just likes writing them. My mother-in-law was over today, and my daughter was asking me to add another random item to her Santa list. As my mother-in-law heard her say it, she immediately responded, saying that Santa isn't real, and that my husband and I are the ones who buy the gifts under the tree. This obviously went over like a lead balloon with my child, but my mother-in-law looked pretty pleased with herself for the mess she just created for me and for breaking my daughter's heart. I immediately told her to pack her things and get out of my house, emphasizing that she wasn't welcome near my baby anymore. She tried to argue that she did us a favor and that our child shouldn't be thanking a man who doesn't exist for the nice things we do for her. In response, I pointed out the irony of her statement, given that she has spent her entire life praying to a man who also doesn't exist. I also told her I was very sorry she'd let hate breed in her heart. Then I slammed the door in her face. My husband is completely on my side and is devastated that his mom ruined something so special for our daughter. However, we've received a few texts and calls from his siblings who think I was out of line and that I should be apologizing to her. I'm still so angry that I can't really judge for myself if I'm in the wrong or not, but I really don't think that I am. I believe she crossed an uncrossable line, and I feel justified in not letting her have a future relationship with my daughter or any other children we might have later. I'm not looking for advice, just here to talk smack and vent. Update 1. Since the events from the last post, things have only escalated in terms of her behavior. We've maintained our stance of not letting her see our daughter, and we've had limited contact with her ourselves. However, she has tried to find ways to circumvent my husband and me to gain access to our baby. She started sending our daughter presents that are clearly from Amazon, but with gift notes that say, "From the real Santa," and "Grandma will see you soon," and other insane things like that. We've been documenting all of this, and we started donating all of the toys and clothing to local charities or to our daughter's school's community pantry so that a child with nothing can have them instead. We've also had my husband's sister call us and tell us his mom is on the verge of deleting herself because we took her only happiness away from her. In response, we suggested that she should be checked into inpatient if she's making those kinds of claims. I apologize if I sound cruel, but I won't let someone manipulate me like that. We hadn't heard from anyone regarding mother-in-law in a week or so we started to feel like maybe she was calming down and accepting that this situation was caused by her actions. What we didn't remember was that she's authorized to pick our daughter up from school. Yesterday, I got a call from the front office of her school, saying that my mother-in-law had called and said she was on her way to pick our baby up for a surprise adventure with Grandma, and to make sure she was waiting in the office so they could leave as quickly as possible. When I got this call, I literally grabbed my bag and walked right out of my job to be able to get to the school before she did. I also made sure her school knew that my daughter was not to be released to anyone other than myself or my husband. After getting off the phone with me, the school decided to contact the police and to put the school into a soft lockdown, which is when they don't let kids leave classrooms and make sure all the doors to the buildings are secured, but they don't announce it to the kids so no one gets scared. On my way to the school, I called my husband and told him to meet me there and what was going on, and he actually made it to the school before I did. When I got there, the police were questioning my mother-in-law, and upon seeing her car packed full, I could tell her little adventure was meant to be a long-term sort of thing. She was actually going to try to steal our daughter from us. The police took her away, and her car was towed as well. When she was loaded into the squad car, she and I made eye contact for a brief second. She tried to keep her scowl, but quickly her face crumpled, and she started sobbing about how unfair this all is. She cried even harder when the door was shut on her. As justified as we are, this was really hard to watch. I don't know how the legal system works, to be honest, but I'm hoping we can request that she be put into a mental health facility as opposed to jail so she can receive the help she very clearly needs. We also filed for a restraining order against her and took her name off the pickup list at school. My husband's siblings have reached out to us and are completely horrified by what happened, all saying in their own way that they never expected things to escalate like this. While it was annoying to have it come to this before having their support, it is refreshing to have everyone on the same page about this finally. In terms of our daughter, we chose to let her finish the school day so she wouldn't know what had just happened to her. I received a lot of helpful advice in my last post about how to fix the damage my mother-in-law caused, and we tried a few of the things we were told to do, but I can sense that my daughter just isn't into it the way she used to be. Her wish list hasn't been added to since. My brother-in-law has offered to dress up as Santa and get caught putting gifts under the tree to help reignite her excitement, which my husband and I both appreciate and are looking forward to. We also plan on sending her a letter from Santa telling her how excited he is to visit her and our dog this year, and I'll let you all know how this works out in the future.